met a man.
All right, let's get this thing
He
started.
was a good man.
Let's fucking see what's going on.
Sailing and shoring, dancing the bit I can, yeah. Taking it foreign. Oh yeah.
All right.
Get out of here, Yogi.
Los Angeles, I'm lit in the pouring sun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I met a man. He was a good man. Sailing and shoring.
Let's get country
He
folk.
got a bit of charm, man.
Woohoo!
Talking that foreign. Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's good. In Los Angeles, I live in the pouring sun. Oh yeah. All right, Lily's here, Zach's here, Matt's here. Everybody's showing up. I actually live in Los Angeles, not like fucking Grimaldi from Albany. In Los Angeles, get this show started. Get some calls going. Phone lines open. 516-259-9515. Trooper is here. Holy fucking shit. All right, Trooper, I'll answer your call. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see who's on the phone lines here. All right. 864. Here we go. 864, you're on Pokersesh.
What up?
What up? It's the Trooper. Long time no chat, Troop, my man.
Yeah, tell me if my phone sounds okay. I'm on Bluetooth in the car driving through the mountains of Southern California.
Wow, what are you doing in SoCal?
Let's call it working.
That's basically our lives in a nutshell, right? Let's call it working.
Yeah.
Actually, you're a pretty hard worker. You're one of the hardest working people I know. You're always up to something.
Well, is it going to pay off ever?
I mean, only you would know. I mean, whether it's paying off or not. You got what do you got? You've been a professional poker player. You've been a professional poker host. You've been a candy salesman, a coffee salesman, an advantage play slots, a professional streamer. You invented the poker vlog. I mean, what more do you want?
Well, yeah, but I mean, none of that pays the rent.
Yeah, all that and 10 cents will get you, all that and $3 will get you a cup of coffee.
$3.
Well, maybe not the stuff.
That would be nice.
Maybe not the stuff you drink.
No, I drink probably 90% of my coffee is brewed at home these days, so it's
Right.
much cheaper.
Hey, I always make my own coffee at home, and it's not because it's cheaper. It's because it's the way I make it the way I like it. I like it
Oh, yeah.
I like it a certain way. Yeah, I'm sort of like you in that way. I'm very particular about my morning coffee, so I want to do it myself.
Yeah, I agree. I invested in a nice coffee maker, so it'll do a good job.
So you don't get into like the pour over method, the temperature of the water, the temperature of the glass, the gauge of the filter, all that stuff.
Well, I mean, I definitely get into the temperature of the water, and I always preheat the mug, but I don't get into pour overs because it's always cold by the time it's
Right.
finished.
Yeah.
At least for me, anyway. So I got a what is it called? Technivorm Mocha Master.
Right.
They're handmade. They're still handmade in the Netherlands to this day, and it's a little expensive, but it has solid copper heating elements, 2 separate heating elements, and it maintains, somewhere between 195 and 205. So
Right.
it brews the coffee the right temperature, and I don't have to fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I just use a French press, but I like to fresh grind it and blah 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 blah. You know,
Yeah.
you forgot more about coffee than I know.
I mean, I don't know that much. I mean, I drank Starbucks for years because it was consistent, but I don't really like it. I mean, and I like it way less now than I used to.
Right.
It's just not that great. But, like right now, I'm drinking it, a couple times a day, but I'm not paying for it. It's cheaper than the coffee at home because it's free.
So
you know what I mean?
So Starbucks comps you?
Well, I mean, the ones that are in the casinos do.
Right. They know you.
Yeah.
You're
No, they don't know me. They don't know me. I'm just some douche with a card that has points on it that pays for the coffee.
Oh, I figured you were like Norm. You like walk into the fucking Starbucks at wherever, I don't know, on Las Vegas Boulevard, and they're like, "Trooper!" And you're like, "What up?" None of that happens.
Yeah. No. I feel like it should have been that way at one point, but it never got to that.
So you're driving through the mountains here in California, ostensibly working. Let me guess. You're driving to an somebody told me you don't like to talk about this, so I'm not going to say anything to make you mad. I'm saying things because
No.
I'm going to only say things because I'm curious. You're headed to a secret Indian casino where you're going to crush the hoggly woggly machine. Am I close?
Let me think of what percentage of it that is. I mean, that is a percentage of it, yeah. You know what it is, Lyman?
The huff and
It's
puff.
fucking no. It's I thought about this long and hard before I called you. I ran into a guy at Mandalay Bay like 3 days ago or something. I was home for a couple days, and this dude came walking over. He was like, "Trooper, what's up?" or whatever, and he was like, "You got to call Lyman. You got to call into Lyman's show." You know what I mean? And I thought about it. I don't know. I think someone left me a comment or sent me a message or something was telling me to do that.
Right.
And I keep meaning to do it, but I just didn't get around to it. But you know, I think I think I've been a little too careful. You know, I've been reckless on the one hand, but careful on the other hand, and I've observed a lot of what goes on.
Right.
And it's not like life is going to end if I tell all.
Right.
But part of it will, part of it could, like a small part of it. And you know, when it comes to EV, I mean, don't we want to keep as much of it as we can for as long as we can before like little bits and pieces of it start to die?
Well, absolutely. And you're 100% right about that. I would never want you to come on any show, or nobody should expect any professional gambler to go on any show and say something like, yeah, you know, on Huff and Puff, when it reaches level 3, you got like a 12% EV positive, and when it has 5 tokens, you're 22%. No. Nobody wants you to say shit like that. You have to have trade secrets. What I want to talk about is the lifestyle. The lifestyle is the part that I love.
Right. Well, I agree with you, and I could tell, you know, this is the funny thing about it, though, Lyman.
Right.
What you just described, that you said that I shouldn't talk about.
Right.
That part of it is the least secretive part of it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, in other words, here's what I literally have like an angel on one shoulder, devil on the other situation going. But it's not that one's right and one's wrong. Well, one is right and one is wrong. I want to tell you everything, but there are actually things that I'm doing that very few of these other little fucking dudes running around with the earbuds and the man purse.
Right.
That they don't know about, because I've learned some things, and I work closely with a guy who I've become close friends with, and I mean, I just can't even tell you. I wish I could tell you the whole of everything that we do, you know?
Right.
But I mean, it's because what we're doing now is just insane. I would love to tell you in private sometime, you know what I mean? Because you helped me a long time ago with, like, you know, you're the whole reason I had the game at the Westgate.
Yeah, I remember.
And like when I went in there, and when they contacted me and they were like, "Hey, you want to come over here and host a game and bring your friends and we'll give you free food?" I knew to walk in the door and say, "Keep the free food.
Yeah.
Keep the rake where it is. In fact, raise the shit if you want.
Right.
Just give me half of it."
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so look, I didn't get rich off of that, but I mean, for 7 fucking years, I got $40 an hour from the main table and $20 an hour from each additional table, and then $20 an hour from every game that I started after I left.
I know you were doing great in that situation, and I don't want you to like take this the wrong way. How the fuck did you fuck that up so bad that you ended up dealing in the games? Don't take it the wrong way. I never
dealt in the games. I never dealt in the games.
Okay.
Where did you read that?
That's what people told me. That they go in there and I said, "You play with Trooper when you go to the game?" They said, "No, he deals in the games."
Okay. Lyman, I don't know who you're hanging around with these days, but they're lying. I never dealt the game. Listen, I joked around a couple of times that I would rather deal the game if I could be locked into the Trooper game and just deal for 12 straight hours.
Okay.
I joked around about that, but I would have to get hired at the Westgate and go through orientation and be an employee, and that goes against everything that I'm about.
Yeah, I obviously I never knew if any of this was true. This was just like what people were telling me. I'm like, how the fuck do you end up dealing in your own game if you're getting the rate?
No, fuck no. And so you know what? I mean, I think you probably played it somewhere between how I played my game and how I should have played my game. At least not as far as like how I actually played it, but how I should have intended to play it.
Right.
I was too soft-hearted at my game, and I should have been cutthroat as fuck. I should have taken every penny from every person that I could, even though I probably didn't have the skills to do it anyway, because I really am not that great at poker.
Right.
And but I think you ride the line. I think that you probably could take every penny out of the game, but I think you don't. And you're probably very good at riding a line of making profit and taking money here and there, but letting them off the hook a little bit here and there, but only for the purposes of keeping the rake running for the next years.
Yeah. If I soft play somebody, it appears nice in the short run, but it's very cynical in the long run. You know?
That's what I mean. And so for me, I actually had a soft heart for everyone who came to the game, even if they didn't deserve it, and even if I couldn't beat them or I could beat them, none of that really mattered. I just felt bad because I loved people watching my videos, and I wanted them to have fun at the game, and I just never wanted to, like, win. So I pretty much broke even anyway, but, I mean, the rate from the game, though, you know, that paid me. That was all right.
Well, anytime you're making money while you're asleep, it's got to be fucking great, you know? Even if it's fucking $20 or $40 or $60, you're making money while you're fucking asleep.
Yeah, well, the shit got old after a while. You know what I mean? When I first started the game, the first night I had 5 tables going.
Right. I remember I came once, Trooper, and played it, and you were doing a great job.
Well, it was a lot of fun, but, you know, after a while, it kind of gets boring, and you know what I mean? It kind of goes from 5 tables to 3 to 2 regularly and occasionally a third, and then it drops down to 1 with the occasional second table, but it was still good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still sitting there fucking, you know, fucking around making $40 an hour plus, you know, the occasional, and they were so good. You know how you told me, I remember you told me one time, it can't be no limit hold'em because it's going to cannibalize the other games in the room. But guess what? Westgate didn't give a fuck about that.
Yeah. They
were perfectly fine with it. Yeah.
They let you be the kid in a candy store, and you literally were a kid with a candy store.
Yeah. But I mean, about quite a few months ago, I grew super tired of it. I mean, this phase, it's like, man, I was like a fucking band that never made it huge or anything, but I just went too long and put out one too many records. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
The whole Trooper. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You look sort of like Fred Durst, and your life sort of mirrored his in some ways without the pussy.
I don't know. Limon, I got to tell you something. I don't even want to talk about that part of it. Never mind.
No, let's get into. Okay, were you about to like talk about Trooper groupies? Troopies?
I'd rather not.
Well, do you still have the fiance, the lady Trooper?
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, and I just told her. So she's in Southern California with me, right? She is my sidekick in all of this shit that we're doing, and she's a great help.
Well, then yes.
And I called her.
Right.
She's at the hotel where we're staying.
Right.
For the next 2 nights, and I was traveling from one casino to another, and I called her, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bypass and go to such and such casino because I'm gonna call Limon. Right. And so she might be listening to this shit.
Okay. Say no more, man. I'm 100% on your side about that. 100%. I would not.
No, let me just tell you this. I'll tell you this. Before I met Lady Trooper, I will tell you this. And I don't care what people, if they believe me or not. Fucking people don't believe anything I say. Or some people believe everything I say. If I say fucking, you know, water's wood or whatever, they'll believe me. And then there's a lot of people who won't believe me if I say water's wet. Right. So I'll just tell you like this. It's really fucking odd that I wasn't anyone on YouTube. I was fucking nobody. I was nobody. Right. But they did start to come out of the woodwork. And some of them that shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? Right. No, I get it. In other words, yeah. They
you know, women in the gambling world, I'm not saying Mrs. Trooper or whatever, but in general, women in the gambling world have a sickness. It's basically like being a drug dealer and meeting, the neighborhood strawberry, the neighborhood crackhead. It's just not going to work out because they're always going to put their addiction ahead of you, and they're probably seeking you out because they have this addiction.
Well, it's my own fault for like not just saying exactly what I mean, but none of these were really like gamblers or gambling women or anything like that.
These are just women who found you irresistibly attractive.
I don't know about women are fucking weird, and I think you know this.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a lot. It doesn't have a lot to do with physical attraction.
Right. We got it, Trooper. We got it. You have a giant cock. We've got it. We understand.
No. It's like all you have to do. Let me tell you, if you get 8 to 15,000 views on your videos, that's all you need. That's all you need.
Right. You're gonna have some. You're gonna have some flies buzzing around. All right, I got it. So now
that's what I'm saying.
So now, back to your current endeavor. I mean, I talk about on this show. I talk about AP a lot. So this is not like some out of the blue thing. I love AP. AP is for me far more interesting than poker. And I'm not talking necessarily about slotting.
Yes.
I'm talking about all kinds of AP. I'm talking about dealer steering. I'm talking about card counting. I'm talking about banking games. I'm talking about all kinds. But I have been like sort of, and I have people who call in on a regular basis, guys who run channels like yours, Lionel Hutz from 2+2 and the Vegas poker dealer and another guy from Huntington Beach who do this for a living. That's their job too, is slot AP. And I'm just very interested in the lifestyle because it's so odd. Like when I first heard about it, what I thought you guys were doing was the old silver mining thing where you just go up to where you just like look for machines that still have a little tiny bit of money in them and you cash them out and you collect it all day. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys are silver mining? That's for like homeless people. Then, obviously like people started telling me like, no, is the new machines, they become EV positive at a certain point and there'll be somebody sitting there. And I learned about sour rooters, and I love sour rooters more than anything in the world. Sour rooters just crack me up because like, they go up to the fucking old lady and they fucking, like kick her oxygen tank over to get her off of the huff and puff machine. They blow like vape in people's faces. They ride around the casino on a little hover round. They've got like one Chinese guy with all the money who's giving money to other fucking dudes who just like got fresh off the boat and wear giant winter jackets inside the casino and like a dirty tank top. And I'm like, Trooper's one of those guys? I'm like, that's amazing. I got to hear about this. People said like Trooper's got like a daddy Warbucks and he has to call the daddy Warbucks and tell him if he has a good play.
No.
And then the daddy Warbucks gives him like red light or green light. So then none of this is true?
No, none. Actually, none of that is true. But you know what's funny? What is funny is I definitely see those people that you just described all the time. As a fucking matter of fact, there is a Chinese dude who rides a fucking motorized suitcase around.
Of course.
Yeah, and no. To be honest with you, I think I'm on a little bit of a higher level than that.
Right.
But I mean, it's not like it's something that anyone couldn't do. But I'm in with a person or two who is really sort of like, sometimes you just meet a guy and you trust the guy and the guy trusts you, and over the period of a few months you become friends, and next thing you know you're working together in a certain way.
Right.
And then, that guy is fucking super motivated. Like he's, and now we have information about certain things that are outside of the actual slot plays and stuff.
Wow. So are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what? You don't have to give me the. Are you talking about you're doing some stuff with table games? Or are you talking about like you're plugging in and unplugging machines? Like what the fuck is going on here?
No. That's one thing that we don't do. I don't do. Christine, Lady Trooper doesn't do. Christina, whatever. And my buddy doesn't do. We don't do anything illegal. Not anything.
That's smart of you. That's
silver
smart.
mining thing.
Yeah.
That silver mining thing that you're talking about is actually, I mean, listen, the Vegas casinos can kick you out for no reason, all right? But I have seen them use silver mining as a way to kick people out.
Okay.
And I think that silver mining is more of a homeless activity.
Right.
And it is illegal to take, even if there's a 1 penny slot ticket on the floor of a casino, if you pick it up and keep it, it's illegal technically.
Wow. Okay.
And so, yeah, and so I don't take any of those tickets. And if I approach a machine that has been abandoned and there's 30 cents on it, I cash it out, fucking lay it down next to the machine, and I almost clear my hands like a fucking blackjack dealer. You know what I mean? Because I don't want anybody thinking, because listen, I've got a friend who is in the casino with $20,000 in his pocket, and security thinks he's stealing 20 cents off of a machine.
Yeah, of course.
Because they're trained to look for silver miners.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me ask you about this then. If you aren't doing the old school slot AP anymore, can we talk about the old school slot AP because it doesn't cut into your business, or
I mean, I'm still doing that. I'm still doing that. So it's just like the people that you've been talking to, which I don't know any of those names that you told me that you just said, like from 2+2 or from Huntington Beach or whatever. I don't know any of those people's names. I don't watch any channels about it, except for one, and that is my close friend. Let's call him Leon. I never know if the guy, he puts his fucking name on the YouTube channel, on the machines and shit. But he has actually a good channel that I think you would enjoy because you love this shit. You should watch his vlog. It's called Living on the Edge vlog. Okay. So the little at symbol. LOTE for Living on the Edge. LOTE vlog.
Okay.
And so
at LOTE, I'll check it out at LOTE vlog. The Pokersesh army of 11 people will check it out.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. I want to show you something because I haven't really showed anyone this publicly. But if you text me at the number that I'm calling from, I want to send you something just so you can. Just to give you a little bit of an understanding of where I am.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to know.
Yeah.
I'll absolutely. I'll catch up with you. I would love to know these secrets, and I will never tell what the secrets are.
Yeah, no. It's just I just want to show you a graph. I want to show you my graph, but I don't want to say it out loud, and I don't want to I was going to text it back to you just so you can get a scope of what's been going on.
You could say it in units, not say how many units, and then everybody will guess. Everybody will guess.
That's no fun.
That would be funny though, because all of your haters would start guessing how much a unit is.
Yeah, a lot of those people are units.
So let me ask you this, Trooper. What when you go up to a what do you consider a big play right now on the slots? Like how much per spin would it be, and how much would you need to have in your pocket to make it through enough spins to realistically realize your expected value?
Okay, no problem. Because there are some games that require 2 spins, and there are some games that might require a few hundred spins.
Well, what I'm asking is that it's the same with anything. How long does it take to get into the long run?
Oh, you know what? That's something that I think that a lot of people will disagree on and never understand. I think our human brains aren't even capable. I'm probably not going to live long enough, but in reality, I mean, I'm almost at 2,000 hours. And when I say 2,000 hours, I'm talking about from the time my feet hit the first casino floor
Right.
until I'm done for the day.
Right.
And, I really like where my numbers are right now. But, I've taken some serious swings, like violent swings.
Right. Right.
Like, I just went 9 weeks. 9 weeks. So in other words, I got to my highest point on my graph,
Right.
and then I started to dip, and I went 9 weeks without getting back up to that highest point on my graph. But once I did,
Right.
I blew the fuck past that,
Right.
and it's just been insane. So I'll put it to you this way: the highest spin that I take
Right.
on what they might call a long play, so Phoenix Link, Buffalo Link, is $30.
Okay.
In order to complete a $30 play, I mean, realistically, you should have 9,000 with you.
Okay.
But usually, you're going to get it done if you have like 3,000 with you. But if you don't have at least, I would say like 7,500,
Right.
you probably should not do it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I do play things upwards of $50, but I have someone that I chop it with
Right.
remotely. So all I do is I just send the guy, I actually send him a picture of the screen, and I'm like, let's chop this and that or whatever, and then I spin it, and then we settle up whenever we cross paths.
So this is sort of like you're not, I don't want to be pejorative, but like your daddy Warbucks guy.
No.
No. Okay.
Well, no.
So you guys are partners? Like he also asks you for money on plays sometimes?
No. So I guess if you want to look at it that way, he
Right.
definitely has way more money than I do.
Okay. And
Yeah. And then the other guy, the guy in the vlog that I show you, we sometimes chop certain things
Right.
to lower variance and things like that, but not that often.
And
we've got
obviously that you trust this other guy, the Leon guy. Okay.
extremely much.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's a really strange world, and I think you know this better than just
Right.
about anybody could.
Right.
There's about 99.9% of people that you've come across in your life you just would not trust
Yes.
with money, but
Correct.
there's a certain, once in a while, and even some of the people you don't trust, you might, go out on a limb for this or that.
If you see
Because
that,
it might be plus EV.
Yeah. If you're in the same place at the
To
same
do-
time with them, you might enter a very short-term business partnership. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that. So I've been extremely fortunate to come across a couple people who I know that I can trust with whatever.
Right.
And those people feel the same way about me. I mean, they've trusted me with tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so it's sort of like I don't know, it's a good feeling to know that there's a couple people out there, that are like that.
So then let me ask you this, like, there are obviously machines with bigger spins than that in high limit poker, like $100 spins.
Right.
Do you ever see a plus EV play in high limit poker, or not high limit slots, I mean, and just have to skip it? Or do you call your backer and
No.
try to come up with a deal? What do you do?
So what I did, I've actually done it a couple of times. There was one time I found a $250 Phoenix Link.
Right.
And I really didn't want any part of it, and it was very, very thin, if plus EV at all.
Mm-hmm.
It might have even been, we now may consider it negative EV because, information is always evolving.
Right.
But at the time I didn't want to spin it at all. I wanted no piece of it, and neither did anybody who I was close to. However, somebody else that they know had met some people who play a lot more loose, and I sold the machine to them.
Now, see, this is what I was telling the other slot AP that called in. I was saying, isn't it a much better idea to sell the machine to somebody than to actually play it yourself? Because you don't have to you don't have to waste all the time doing the spins. You can just sell the machine and be on your way.
Well, the only problem with that, I hear you, but the only problem with that would be you would have to sell it for, in order, well, I guess you would have to do some kind of fucking, super complex calculation to figure out how many minutes it's going to take you to do this this way versus that way. And if you sold it for the exact EV that you would get by playing it, then the other guy's not going to make any money anyway.
Well, no.
Right?
No,
because he gave all the EV to you.
No, Trooper. You just explained, in explaining the problem, you also explained the solution. The problem is no one knows how much the spins are actually worth in the amount of time you have to spend. If you solved that,
that's true.
If you actually solve that, which sort of is your fucking job, then you could always sell the machines for more than they were worth, because also, a lot of these guys just have gambling problems. They like to see the wheels spinning.
True.
They love to see.
That's true.
They love to see the wheels spinning. So, let me explain it like this. You know that this thing's EV positive. You know that the big jackpot's 20,000, the middle one's 5,000, the small one's 1,000. I'm just making up numbers, right? The guy, you know that this spin, this play, you know it's worth $250 or something, right?
Okay.
You see how big all of the different jackpots are or whatever. You tell the guy, I'll sell it to you for $350. He's just going to be thinking like, holy fuck, this guy's giving up on the chance to win $20,000 for $350. Let me tell you something, Trooper. In the old days of poker, there used to be a guy at the table who would sell insurance on all ins. This was like Billy Baxter, Dole Brunson, really sharp guys, including me. They'd turn the two hands over and we would know the kid who was on a short roll or the scared person. And we'll say like, oh, I'll just buy your hand for this much. The pot's $10,000. We knew they had 50% equity. We'd say, I'll buy your hand for $4,000 right now. Right? So we'd just give them insurance.
Right.
We'd either buy their hand or give them insurance on the hand. We're making money immediately. Like, how can that has to be something that can work in a far more opaque situation, because slot AP is far more opaque than two hands turned over. I'm surprised that there isn't a little bit of a sub-market on selling these machines when the Chinese guy rolls up on his fucking backpack or rolls up on his fucking motorized luggage and he sees that you're at a fucking bingo, bango, bongo, 32 times payout, maximum fucking thing. You know 100% that this fucking spin's worth, that when it finally clears out on average that it's going to be worth $450. You just tell him, I'll sell you this fucking machine right now for $600. I mean, a lot of guys who have deep pockets and who are actually slightly gambling addicts are going to be like, you're selling the chance to win $30,000 for $600? You're insane. Yeah, because they think it's a free roll. They don't actually understand how EV works.
Well, if all of the factors that you describe are available, then I would agree with you. Right. I would say, yeah, I would just sell the fucking thing, and all I need is a little more than what the EV is. But there are a lot of holes in the reality of what you described.
Right.
First of all, let me just tell you that a $250 spin on a Phoenix Link slot machine, you really can't even touch the thing without 250 units, because if you run out of fucking money.
Yeah.
So do the math on that. So let me explain. This is a guy.
You need $50,000.
We have the fucking guy's phone number, and guess what?
What?
Here's this machine that the guy is drooling over.
Right.
It took 3 fucking hours for me to get this person to the casino. Maybe it was like 2, because it was at a time, it was so many months ago that things were a little different, and I just left the fucking thing.
Right.
And then after communicating with someone, I went back to it, and then I held it, and the guy gave me $800 for it,
nice.
which I was completely fine with, because guess what? I'm not playing that machine anyway because,
Right.
like I said, I'm not even sure if that machine was plus EV.
Right. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Trooper. If a guy will give you $800 for just finding a machine, couldn't like really poor broke losers just go around and have a job as a spotter? Or do the Chinese guys already do this?
Oh yeah. No, there's spotters all over Vegas.
Okay.
But most of them, not all of them. I've actually met a spotter, and that's all the guy does. And the guy has like his own business,
Right.
and I think he's just, I don't know, maybe he's just interested in it or whatever because he doesn't spin very high. And so my buddy Leon had his phone was ringing non-fucking stop.
Right.
And some of these people are crackheads, you know.
Right.
And some of them were decent people or whatever. And you know what? I mean, when I first started, I had almost no money, and as I was building up,
Right.
I would call Leon in the beginning when I first met him, and if anyone else was calling him, he fucking hung up if I called, because I'm not a crackhead, and he knows that I'm calling him with real shit.
Right.
But usually it was I wanted to take equity.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if it was X number of dollars, I might take 10 or 20 or 30%, depending on how much it is, because I have a bankroll that's tiny,
Right.
and I can't, you know what I mean? So there are spotters everywhere, but most of these spotters don't fucking, they want free rolls, and
Right.
like, I don't free roll anyone. If there's a fucking crackhead with $1.50 fucking little rich little piggies or something like that, the guy wants a percent. I don't even fucking look at the guy. I just keep going.
Why don't you just tell
Plus, Limon, I don't want to be associated with these people. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't even want anybody to think that I am in some way dealing with a lot of these people, you know?
Yeah. Well, it is the world you're in. When you're in the poker world or when you're in the card counting world, you got to deal with a lot of people too. But let me ask you a question about this, because this interests me.
Okay.
If the crackhead is sitting at the game, right? And he says, "I don't got no fucking money. I'll split it with you. Only thing I want is to order drinks while I'm sitting here hitting the spins, and I want to push the button because, you know, I'm sort of I get a rush out of it. I'm a gambling addict, whatever." Now, if he's pushing the button when it hits, can he just claim the whole fucking thing even if you put the money in?
So I would never, I have no idea, but I would never do that. So it's different depending on where you are. But, I think, you know what I mean? I don't know what would happen in Vegas, but basically my friend Leon kind of started a new trend, and that was not ever giving anyone a percentage of anything, just offering them 2, 3, maybe 4 times the bet.
Right.
And then they got to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
It's like,
clean break.
yeah, now get out of here.
It's a clean break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't even fucking look at people that have 75-cent hens and pigs and all that shit. I mean, there are only a couple of people who I've ever used as a spotter, and they were people who were friendly people who I happened to meet, and I told them, "Hey, by the way, I know you're doing this, and I see that you like to play the dollar or whatever, but if you ever come across a $10 Phoenix,
Right.
I want to give you like a few bucks, and I'll come play it. And if you want equity, name your equity. You found it, name the equity, and I'll fucking spin it, and you can put your card in or whatever." And they were only people that I knew wouldn't do some bullshit, you know?
Trooper, you just basically said you do the thing you told me 5 minutes ago you never do.
No, do it for dollar plays.
Okay, for small plays. Okay.
But if it's a $10 Phoenix link or whatever, like, but back to the other thing that you were talking about, finding the big plays, like the $250 spins and stuff like that. That shit is not easy to come by.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
Nothing good is easy.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess what I mean is, like, I don't even fucking look at those anymore.
Okay.
Usually when I go in the high limit room, I only check for things that are within the range of what I am going to play. Do you know what I mean? I don't need anyone to bring me money. I don't need anyone to meet up with me. I don't
Right.
need to sell it or anything like that. I don't even look at fucking $1,000 spins.
Well, now let's
Maybe one day I will.
Right. Let me ask you this: if you're wandering through the casino, or riding through on your hover round or whatever, and you see a spotter sitting at a great fucking game, crackhead spotter sitting at a great fucking game. Obviously, the guy has no money and he's just trying to get somebody to come play it. Can you just like have him thrown out?
The answer to that is yes. But
have you done that?
I just walk away from it.
Why don't you have his ass thrown out?
Because I think the real answer to that is this. There's a layer of this shit that we're not talking about.
The crime. The crime.
No.
Oh, etiquette?
No,
etiquette? You're talking about fucking etiquette?
What?
Are you talking about fucking etiquette?
No.
Okay, what's the layer?
No, the casino and what their view might or might not be of me and what I might or might not be doing.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean? Like,
they have to like you more than a crackhead. You literally have money in your hand. You have on a flat brim cap that says villain on it. You are a well-fed white man. How the fuck can you not get a crackhead kicked off a slot machine? Why would they look at you as a bad guy?
No, I can get a crackhead kicked off a slot machine, but I would prefer to just stay so far under the radar. Okay. I don't want to get involved with any of that shit. And dude, my buddy Leon has had physical death threats from crackheads who he gave more money to this motherfucker than he told him he would give him.
Right.
And the next day, the guy is texting him, I'm going to fucking kill you, you owe me more money, and shit like that. So I would just rather not deal with those fucking people.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you could probably, like, breathe on them and they'll fall over.
Right.
But why do I want to get my hands dirty? There's too much going on. I don't need, you know what I mean, to go, like, scraping through the alleys and, you know, or whatever. So
what you're saying is
I don't know.
This fucking gambit right now is far too juicy for you to get your hands dirty. This is like the way poker was in 2005, 6, 7, 8 when money just fell from trees. It's not like poker is now, where if a guy locks up a seat and he's not there in 45 minutes, some Euro grinder is going to say, pick up his fucking shit and move him because the seat's too valuable.
I mean, I would say that yes, but I can't sit there and say that if anyone is listening that knows anything about slot machines, the slot game in and of itself, the individual slot machine plays are not juicy like you just said.
Right.
But if you're fucking smart and you know how to play the game, the entire game of just, so there's slot machines,
right?
There's individual slot machines, and there are individual plays on machines, okay? And those are the things that we're talking about now. There are a lot of people out there trying to do the same thing, and I think they're going to be falling off like flies quickly, but that's my opinion, and it's beside the point.
Right.
That is not as juicy as what you described.
Right.
Unless you're good at the bigger game,
right,
which is the entire day in, day out activity of the guy who's looking for those plays.
Right.
And then there is a complete parallel, like, side to this.
Right.
I'm going to use the term exploitation.
Okay.
And that part right there is fucking juicy.
So you're talking about you have a stable? Is that what you're talking about?
No. But I don't want. This is part that I can't really talk about. Just take my word for it that there's a parallel sort of like universe. You know that. I mean, listen. I mean, yeah. I don't know how to explain it.
It's so tantalizing. It's very tantalizing.
I'll put it to you this way. Here's the fact of the matter. there are actually people that might be listening to this, and if there is anyone listening to your show right now who knows anything about AP slots,
Right.
and they don't know what I'm talking about, and there's a great chance that they don't really fully understand what I'm talking about. Everybody knows a little something,
Right.
but there's certain information that you can get a hold of. And if you can get a hold of that information about certain things, then I'm telling you, they don't know about this, and I don't want anyone to know about it. You know what I mean? And I'm also sworn to secrecy.
I love this.
I mean, I really am.
I love this.
Listen, I tried to make slot machine videos, and people completely misunderstood the reason that I was hiding certain information about the machines in the videos.
Right.
I'm not hiding the information because I think I know something that nobody else knows,
Right.
or that nobody knows that a fucking 18 blue pig or whatever. I'm hiding it because I made a promise to some people who trust me that I wouldn't tell their exact metrics for playing certain machines. So I hid a bunch of stuff so that I wouldn't ever reveal the things that I promised people that I wouldn't tell anyone.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so I told you at the beginning of this conversation, or early in this conversation, that I have some people that are extremely trustworthy who 100% trust me.
Right.
So for some fucking douchebag commenter on a YouTube video,
Right.
I'm going to take the blur down from my fucking, you know what I mean, my blue pig, to let you know that I might be playing a fucking 9 because of the jackpot pig or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I'm not going to tell those people. So what I'm trying to say is that we're in the middle of a play right now that is, you know, that is a lot of people don't know about. I never had a fucking clue about any of this shit until, you know, we dug around. My buddy knows how to dig around.
Leon.
And he knows how to really get fucking deep. Yeah, he knows how to really get deep and find out.
Leon gets
You know
deep.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it to you, you know, in one. I'm going to sum it up for you, Limon.
Okay.
That if we were sitting down, if you and I were sitting down over a cigar for you and a coffee for me, and I explained to you what we're doing,
Right.
you would fucking love it.
Oh. My.
But I don't want to tell everyone about that part of it. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it at all. I'm just saying that you asked me, am I running around on a motorized suitcase calling Chinese people or whatever, and I'm saying that that's not at all what I'm doing. And that there's a play that's running parallel to the slot machines that's so juicy that, yes, overall, my life is juicy like poker was back then.
So, is the play that's running parallel the play that the mobsters just got in trouble for on the East Coast, which is basically comp hustling and money back hustling with lots of players' cards? Is it something like this? You're not going to tell me, obviously.
I mean, I don't even know what story you're talking about.
Okay, so
What
you've
is that?
confirmed that is what you're doing.
No, absolutely
How could
not.
you?
Listen to me
How could
carefully.
you not know? Trooper, how could you not know about comp hustling and cashback hustling when you've been in this world for 2,000 hours?
Oh, no, I know what you mean when you say comp hustling, but you were talking about a story of some guys on the East Coast. I have no clue.
Oh, okay.
I don't keep up with what's, like, actually going on in... I've watched, like, 3 poker vlogs in my life.
Right.
I just don't watch other shit. I'm
Right.
out here doing what I'm doing.
Right.
And I don't really, I mean, usually when I look at Twitter, it's like fucking videos of some, you know,
Right.
dude, you know, taking a shit on the street and
Right.
getting beat up by, I don't know, I'm just looking at random stuff. You know what
Trooper.
I mean? So, like, I don't know the story.
You are the man in the arena.
There will always be at least 4% troll
Right.
coming from you when you're talking to me.
Well, of course, I don't know how not to. But you are the man in the arena.
Right, yeah. No, I am the man in the arena.
Absolutely. I'm not, and that is not a troll.
I'm interested to hear about this story. Where do I hear about this story that you're talking about?
Well, you can read about it anywhere. It's a huge story. The mafia and on the East Coast was signing up like all their mothers and friends and sons and daughters for players cards. And then because you got like a special slot bonus when you played with their players card, with a new players card, and then they were just going in and playing with all the people's players cards, and it was like a 7-figure score. It wasn't like nickel and dime shit. It was like a 7-figure score because there was so much free money available on this promotion for having a new players card and playing slots. You could play slots basically at any level, and these guys had deep pockets, and so they were just playing like the super high limit slots and getting this promotion, which was like 50% cash back or something, and they crushed the casinos.
I swear I haven't heard about that, but it's like the mafia?
It was literally the mafia. They arrested the guys but they didn't know what to arrest them for because it wasn't a crime. It was just they just outsmarted them. What they did was they violated the terms of service, but they didn't technically commit a crime. And now the casinos are trying to figure out basically what the crime is, and what they're going to do is like fake ID or impersonating somebody else. They're going to try and get them on some like ticky-tack financial crime.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get involved in crime.
Right. Well, they didn't think they were involved in crime either until they got thrown in jail.
Right. Well, I mean, it's kind of like that one guy. Yeah, it's like James Grosjean, right?
I remember that guy, Grosjean. Yeah. What did he do?
So he was hole carding.
Right.
And the casino still to this day, they say that he is a fucking thief and a cheater.
Right.
He didn't cheat. That's not cheating.
No. Well, the casinos get away with whatever they want to get away with. Like, look what they did to Phil Ivey. I mean, they basically free rolled his ass and took all the money he made.
That happened in the fucking UK, right?
Well, the same thing would happen here. The casino would do the same thing. They'd be like, sure, bring in whatever fucking decks you want. Sure, bring in some Chinese. Yeah. Bring in a Chinese lady with a fucking microscope. We don't give a fuck because if you lose, we're going to keep your money. And if you win, we're going to not pay you. It's called a free roll.
Well, okay, I understand what you're saying, and you're probably right, but fuck the UK, and I don't know what the rules and the laws are there, and I certainly don't know the rules and the laws on the East Coast.
Right.
But in Las Vegas, there's only so much that they can do. Grosjean didn't suffer at all. He fucking was not only found not guilty of any crime, but then he also sued and bankrupted Griffin whatever the fuck, and won like hundreds of thousands of dollars from Caesar's Palace and Imperial Palace. So in Las Vegas, the beautiful thing about Las Vegas is there are certain rules and laws in place to protect the gambler.
Right.
And I don't think the casino would do it because I think in Las Vegas, the casino knows that if you win, they have to fucking pay you.
Yeah, I think the people that would really do it would be like an Indian casino because they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
Now,
yeah.
Now, speaking of being in the Griffin book, speaking of being persona non grata, have you been barred from any casinos yet?
Let me think about that for a second.
You don't want to say?
I mean, there's one notoriously stupid fucking casino,
right,
where the general manager of the fucking place goes out and AP slots, okay, and hits fucking grands on Buffalo Link, but then kicks other people out for trying to do the same thing in his casino.
Right.
I was backed off from that casino like over a year ago, probably a year ago.
So what you're telling me is the owner of the casino and or the manager of the casino APs his own casino, which is what I have been telling the owners and managers of
his own casino, not his own casino, unless he APs his own casino with an agent of himself or something. No. He went out and played at some other at some other casino on the strip or whatever.
And he ratted you. He ratted you.
I mean, he backed me off, whatever you want to call it.
How the fuck can he back you off at a casino that's not his?
No. He backed me off in the casino where he works.
Oh, where he works. Okay, because he's an AP and he's seen you at different casinos.
Well, no, I don't know. No, I mean, I assume. See, here's the thing: they don't like to tell you why they're kicking you out.
Right, they never do. Yeah.
No, they like to tell you, you know why, and I was like, no, I don't know why.
Right.
And he said, you know why? Just be a gentleman and cash out.
Right.
And leave.
Right.
And don't come back.
Right.
And I was like, I'm cashing out, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So this particular casino has a rule against filming. They have this really odd rule against team play.
Right.
You can't team play a slot machine, which is the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
I mean, how many husbands and wives play slot machines together or whatever?
Of
You know what I
course,
mean? And
of
I still to this day don't really know 100%. I'm only 99% sure that he, you know, 'cause he didn't thing. I mean, I just checked the Buffalo Lightning Link machine, and then I felt the fucker behind me, and I was just sending a video to Lady Trooper to show her this, you know,
right.
bonus that I hit. I was like, look at this shit, you know, $2,000 Buffalo or whatever. Yeah. And
a dick pic,
I
we
looked
get it.
to my left, and from my peripherals,
Right.
this guy is hiding behind a column, looking at his cell phone, like literally, he was hiding behind a column. A big cubic, like wooden column beside the Starbucks. And after I finished my play, I went around to the other side because there was a $25, you know, Buffalo Lightning Link on that side. And I put the money, I didn't even start to spin yet. And he came walking over and he was like, we're going to ask you to cash out and don't come back or whatever. But I was never read the Trespass Act or anything like that. I mean, they can't do anything if I go back in. And you know how it is, Lyman, in Vegas?
Yeah.
Even if they read you the Trespass Act,
yeah,
if you walk in the casino for the 30th time after you've been trespassed and you start to play a machine and they come over, as soon as they come over, if you cash out and start moving towards the door, they can't do anything anyway.
Yeah, they I mean, in the old days, you could get trespassed and come back, like, you know, within a month or something. But like now, because I've been, you know, backed off at so many places for different things. They get me on the face. Yeah. They get me on the facial recognition. Fucking the second I walk in, as soon as I fucking go to the blackjack table, there's somebody there tapping me on the shoulder.
Yeah, well, this place definitely does not have facial recognition.
Okay. So this is like the El Cortez. This is like the El Cortez. Or
that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. So let me ask you a question about this Leon character. You say this Leon character. Yeah. You say that he goes deep. What is his background? How did he become your backer? And how does he figure this shit out?
Well, he's not my backer. I mean, we partner on some business, but he's not my backer.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Right, I get it.
Yeah. But we don't partner on business on slot plays that I can't afford.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he did, like a year and a half ago when I really couldn't afford to play.
Right.
But his background is
right.
I'll only talk about the gambling part. I mean, he's run accounting teams before.
Right.
And he was on a accounting team before, and you know, he might count the occasional card now, and he might work on some other, you know, things in that
vein. Advantage play.
Yeah, but not just at slots or whatever. So, but yeah, that's the video. When you watch the video, when you hear the things he says, you automatically know. You're like, okay, I get it. Yeah, right. He's a counter and he does this and that. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, Trooper, are you ready for this conversation to possibly go to shit and have a little fun?
I mean, I'm missing reruns of The Office right now, but go ahead.
I'm going to take calls. Are you ready?
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
All right, 775, you're on Pokersesh with the Trooper. 775. Hello? 775, you're on Poker
Hey,
Sesh.
how's it going, Limon?
Yo, what's up,
Hey, what's
775?
up?
You're on Poker Sesh with the Trooper.
Hey, Trooper, I just wanted to call in and say, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not much. I mean, good. I mean, what's up?
I'm a big fan of yours. I actually ran into Leon on the road at one point. I don't know. You know.
Did you say on the boat?
On the road?
On the boat, wow.
On the road.
The plot thickens.
I know he's doing cruises and stuff, but yeah, I'm mutual friends with Leon.
Oh.
Been
okay.
meaning to introduce myself to you for a while. Nice to meet you, Trooper. My name's
Yeah.
Yeah,
Your name's what?
Corey.
Oh, Corey.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Where do you live? You live in Vegas?
I'm the Northern California guy.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Corey has a channel too. What's your channel name, Corey?
Yeah, my channel's Advantage Type Poker.
Oh, I've seen some of your videos. I have seen some of your videos.
Right on.
Yeah, no, and actually, Leon did tell me that you saw him in a casino somewhere, probably in Southern California, and that he was just telling me because he had just started trying to make YouTube videos when we met, and we met at Cosmo one night on a random thing, and we spent about 2 hours talking about YouTube and AP and all that stuff, and then he was kind of excited when he would be like out in a casino and some guy would be like, hey, I watch your videos or whatever. So he told me about you. Yeah.
Yeah. Leon's great. He's a nice guy, man. I've been talking to him a little. I'm actually at Cosmo right now, and I don't know. I enjoy his vlogs and shit. I know he's doing the cruise ships, and I like everything you guys are doing. You know.
Did you say you're at Cosmo right now?
Yeah, I'm staying at Cosmo in Vegas for about a week.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Tell me this. Have I said too much?
No, I think I just want to say, I mean, you are telling it like it is. It's something I always appreciate about you. You just keep it 100. I mean, it's everything you're saying is exactly right. I know Limon's not as familiar with the details of these plays and stuff, but I agree with everything you're saying. You know, I think you have a good understanding of the AP world and, making all that.
Well, definitely, Limon has a great understanding, I'm sure, of AP in general and all of gambling. But I guarantee you that at least 2% of Limon's brain right now thinks that you're trolling me.
No. Because this guy 775, he's been calling into the show about slot AP forever. Here's what I want to ask you, 775. What do you think Trooper's secret information is?
I mean, I don't want to.
You can't say either. Nobody can say. It's too secret.
Well,
Limon,
I think.
Corey just said that he's been speaking to Leon.
Right.
So don't you think he has inside information?
Yeah, he must have the inside information too. Yes. Does it involve small Filipino men tied up in the basement of your house? No.
No, but you know what? Those are super cheap.
Let me ask you this, 775, since you've met Leon. Trooper gave him the fake name Leon. Is that the first name that would come to your mind when describing him?
It's not bad, actually. It's not bad.
Well, Limon, you assumed that I gave him the fake name Leon.
Oh, okay. So this is a name he's had. Okay, I get it. All right.
Correct.
All right, 775, you have any question for Trooper? We have a lot of people that want to talk to the Trooper.
Oh, question for Trooper. I mean, are you ever going back to poker? What do you think?
Oh, no.
Right?
Wow.
Definitely not. I mean, I don't even like poker. I haven't liked poker for years, and honestly, I don't know. I just didn't want to give up the vlog, my poker vlog, or my vlog, or whatever you want to call it. I didn't want to give it up, and I loved doing the YouTube part of it, the poker part of it. I started hating a long time ago, but I could never say no to hosting the game at Westgate. Like, that was the one night that I had fun playing poker, and I didn't even win at it at Westgate, and I probably was, well, I definitely was a tiny bit above break even as a poker player because I put zero effort into trying to get better at poker over the years. Like back in 2000, like 2004, 2005, 2006, I felt like I was trying to learn about poker and get better at poker, but that shit ended. I just didn't really give a fuck about poker, you know? And so I found a way to be involved in poker and casinos, even though I didn't really, I mean, I liked poker when I first started the vlog, but it quickly just sort of went super back burner. And so, I mean, I don't know. I'm not the kind of, I don't know. I just don't think, no.
Trooper, can I ask you a question? I'm gonna get real with you, but I'm not being mean, but I'm gonna get real with you.
Okay.
What now? Firstly, I think you basically said this, and I'm going to paraphrase you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The reason why you don't like poker is because you've never really been good at it, and that doesn't mean that, and that's not a judgment by me. That's not a judgment. That's just sort of That's just sort of a fact about results over a very long period of time, including the poker boom. Now, but let me ask you, what part of your personality makes you not a crusher at poker, but does make you a crusher at slots?
Okay, so here's the real answer to that. So, there was a point in time when I was beating poker. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me tell you what I loved about poker.
Okay.
What I loved about poker was 2007 Planet Hollywood on a Saturday night. I'm not talking about when the vlog started in 2012, and I'm not talking about 2014 or 2015. I'm talking about 2007.
Right.
I beat poker then.
Yeah, everybody
because
did.
You didn't have to be a super poker nerd to beat poker.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
And if you will remember the evolution of Florida poker, I lived in Florida in the year 1996 or 7 for just a few months, and the biggest poker game that was legal there was 25 cent, 50 cent, 7-card stud.
Right.
25-cent ante goes to the house.
Right.
$10 cap on the pot. Okay, and then the poker boom happened. They started allowing no limit poker. So now they had a $100 cap on the buy-in. So these fuckers are playing 5-10 with a $100 cap. Right. And they're playing in poker rooms that look like you're in prison. Yeah. Like everybody's a fucking gang member, and they were losing $1,500 a night, $100 at a time. Right. So when they finally released the caps on Florida poker and you could play any size, that is when I started going to Florida to play poker. And they literally would lose $1,500 a night. Even though they could buy in for $1,000, they would buy in for $100 because that's what they were used to. Yeah. And so they wouldn't fucking fold top pair ever. Right. And I was crushing 2.5 for like $55 an hour for a whole bunch of months. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when it comes to what you call having a leveling war against a bunch of fucking poker nerds or whatever, I mean, is anybody really beating that? A handful, just a few people. Right. But you got to be so dead serious about beating that game. That game isn't fun to me. I don't want to sit around with a bunch of Euro backpack people. I don't want to fucking play in that environment. You know what I mean? And the truth is that even like the 1-2 and 1-3 poker environment in Vegas, you know, over the past like 10 years has been moving more and more in that direction.
Right.
There's no more drunk, fun poker on the weekends.
Right.
You know, there's the game, the fucking hands take 3 hours a hand, and that's not fun to me. I need to be having fun and enjoying it. So, why am I crushing slots? Because this is the most interesting, fun thing that I've done in like a really long time. And I think Corey can probably attest to that, especially when you're hanging out with a dude like Leon,
Right.
who is like constantly working on how are we going to become millionaires from this shit.
Yeah, but Trooper, let me ask you this. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. You were a poker player.
Okay.
You were a poker player for a long time. Obviously, poker was fun for everybody from 2005 until 2010 or whatever. Everybody made a lot of money, but like you languished at low stakes. You couldn't quite like break free, and I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this because I'm worried about your new career. And now you tell me that you're in with a guy named Leon, and the Leon guy is thinking of ways for you guys to get rich. I'm going to tell you something, Tim, and I've only given you good advice from the very beginning time I ever knew you. You need, the reason why you languished at poker, and the reason why you started slots probably at a zero bankroll and had to grind up, even though you should have had an insanely large bankroll, is the same problem you're going to come to in slots at some point. That is that Leon shouldn't be the guy thinking up ways to make $1 million. Tim, Trooper, you're the guy. You need to grab the bull.
No, I am.
You need to grab the bull by the horns. No. Leon is not going to help you. You have to be the guy. Come on, Trooper. Grab the bull by the horns.
I would say.
Trooper's the guy. He's the guy.
Here's what I would say to that. I'm not communicating it totally clearly, but I'm not just relying on some guy or whatever.
All right.
I mean, we work together. We think we both have strong points.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's good at certain things. I'm good at certain things.
Okay, so it's like ebony and ivory. I get it. Ebony and ivory. I get it.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm going to explain this right here.
Explain it.
On the Pokersesh.
Let's do it.
And anyone who really wants to know the honest truth about why I stayed playing 1-2 and 1-3 for so long, I don't know how else to put it except in plain English.
Let's do it.
And here is the truth.
Okay.
When I started my YouTube channel, I lived in Jacksonville. I moved to Vegas. I said, if I'm going to make YouTube videos, it would probably be like 100 times cooler to live in Las Vegas than live in this fucking trailer park of a city.
Right.
That's not even really Florida. It's like southern Georgia or some shit.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm going to go to Vegas and I want to make videos. So I was playing poker, no bankroll. I'm struggling, hit a couple of little shitty jobs I don't want to do, but I'm enjoying making the videos. They start to catch a little bit of fire. I get 5,000 subscribers. I get 10,000 subscribers.
Right.
Then one day, the second poker vlogger of all time pops up.
Right.
He pops up while I have the flu.
Right.
All right. And I'm reading comments like, don't let these dudes catch you, because I didn't put up a video for a few days.
Right.
So I started getting like super motivated, and then I started to notice some other, YouTubers out in the world that have nothing to do with poker gambling that were making videos every single day.
Right.
And I said to myself, I'm going to make a video every day. Lyman, I cannot explain to you how much work that is.
I know. I can barely do this. I can't even barely do this show once a week. It drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, even if you make the shittiest videos out there, it's a ton of work. And so my life was waking up, especially when I started to gain subscribers,
Right.
and Andrew Nemi came on the scene, and
Right.
Brad Owen came out a little after that or whatever.
Right.
And I started getting subscribers because of them, actually, because the poker YouTube thing started to become a bigger thing than just me.
Right.
And I was getting like residual sort of like effects.
Sloppy seconds.
so
You were getting sloppy
I was-
seconds. Yes.
I was in a. No. I wouldn't say that. No. But what I'm saying though is that every morning I would wake up almost like in a panic, like, how am I going to sustain this? How
Right.
can I continue to make a video every day? How am I going to capitalize on this? Is it really happening? Am I really getting big on YouTube? And my life, my entire life, every single day, from the moment that I woke up until the moment I like started watching my own like YouTube
Right.
viewership, shit that I like to watch on YouTube at night, was about the YouTube channel.
Right.
It wasn't about poker. And so here's whenever I would go play 2-5
Right.
or try anything above 1-2 or 1-3, I would find myself playing 2-hour sessions and then leaving because the only thing on my mind was the video.
Right. But that's all that matters is
And
the
I
video.
didn't-
Because that was your job.
Well,
Your job was the video. Look at Brad Owen. How long do you think Brad Owen sits at the table? He just needs to get a few good hands.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. And I wasn't even really recording poker hands.
Right.
I was recording the fucking bum pissing on the street and you know, seeing like human shit on the side of Bellagio.
Yeah.
And, you know, crazy stuff that I was seeing, and I was trying to like
A slice of life. You were doing,
just like
you were
a-
doing, yeah, you were
make a
doing a
dance, yeah.
slice of life. Yes.
So why in the fuck would I go into a casino
Right.
and up the stakes on a game that I'm not even studying?
But let me ask you this. Trooper.
But wait, just tell me you understand that. Tell me you understand
I
that.
understand it perfectly. I understand it perfectly, and I agree with you 100%. And I cannot watch poker vlogs, and I've in the early days I enjoyed yours. I enjoyed yours. I came out in Vegas. We hung out. I enjoyed what you were doing. I enjoyed the slice of life. I'm really bad at this too, by the way. I'm horrible at this. I make fucking. Well, I get paid to do this, but I mean, I don't make them. It doesn't matter the money. It's fucking whatever. But I mean, but this was never part of my life. This part of my life, I was already a 7-figure poker winner, gambling winner. So like this was
Right.
this was always like just me like trying to make people mad mostly. It's a mental problem I have. But listen,
Yes.
like, what? I mean, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to be like a therapist right now. You invented this format, the poker vlog format, the guy talking about his life in Vegas format, the guy going over hand histories in Vegas format. How does it make you feel that somebody like Brad Owen is probably going to make $1 million on the Brad code for World Poker Tour Gold this year? And 2,000 hours ago, you barely had enough money to become an AP slot player. I'm not saying this in a mean way. I'm just asking, like,
I know.
how did you not capitalize and all the people who copied you did?
Well, I have an answer for all of that.
Okay.
First of all, how does it make me feel? I mean, it's kind of like the way I would feel about, you know, some dude who became a dentist and made $1 million. Like, I didn't go become a fucking dentist, and I didn't go become, like, really good at poker and try to establish myself at poker. And I didn't make poker vlogs. Like, we call my vlog a poker vlog. We call my vlog the original poker vlog. But in the reality is, I didn't sit down and record hands and try to analyze hands.
Right, that's true.
You know what I mean? So what Brad Owen does is not anywhere near what I do.
Right,
If
that is
Brad
true.
Owen didn't record fucking poker, and he only recorded his cat
Right.
and like his fiance or wife or whatever he has. I don't follow everything. I'm not really sure.
Right.
Brad Owen seems to be a nice guy to me.
All these
and
guys
so
are
does
nice guys.
Angelini.
We're going to stipulate right now, Tim. Here's what we're going to stipulate. Everyone's a nice guy.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is that they don't do what I did. And so what I did was good for a handful of people. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not good at being a YouTuber.
Right.
Other than turning on the camera, editing the video, sending it out in the fucking space, and if I really wanted to make millions of dollars at YouTube, I failed at that. I suck at that. I've known for years that I'm not good at thumbnails, I'm not good at titles, I'm not good at descriptions, I'm not good at ranking videos or the algorithm or whatever you want to call it. I'm no good at any of that stuff. So what I should have done is probably what some of these dudes did. I probably should have found people who were very good at that and paid them to make me discoverable.
Well, Tim, I mean, Trooper,
no, I'm just saying that's why I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, in other words, like if a guy was whittling fucking things out of wood,
right.
I mean, I think it's possible that 10 million people could watch that every day, and I also think it's possible that 2 people could watch that every day.
Well,
there's one caveat.
Give me the caveat.
The thousands of people who continued to watch my videos for years and will watch one tomorrow if I put it up, those people did come along to the ride for a reason.
Right.
And that is what I had, and that must be the personality that I put into the videos and the honesty and like what I put into the video. So like I said, I'm good at making the video, I'm good at uploading the video, I'm just not good at the rest of it. And you gotta get fucking lucky.
Right. Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, Trooper. And believe me, I'm 100% on your side on this, and because I'm horrible at this. Way worse than you. Like, you're a billion times better at it than me. But we all know the formula, right? The formula is you show hands, you analyze the hands, you only show winning hands. You show yourself progressing from 1-2 to 2-5 to 5-10. You show yourself eating sushi. You show yourself being baller. You never have a losing session except maybe once a month, but that losing session is only so you can highlight how stupid the people are that you play against. And if you were around in 2007 or 2008 or 2009, 2010, 2011, all the way up until maybe like 2015, if you would follow this formula, you could get a giant following. The only thing that would stop you from getting the giant following is running out of money. Nothing else would stop you. As long as you didn't run out of money and could pretend like, even for 4 hands, you were moving up in stakes and becoming more baller, more crusher, you would get hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subs, and then you could parlay that into codes and meetup games and private games and yada, yada, yada. Like, I hear that what you're telling me is that that didn't either, like, you're above that, or it didn't seem fun to you, or it didn't fit your personality. But considering that you like weren't living high on the hog, did you ever just think about becoming popular to make money?
I mean, yeah, I wanted my channel to become popular in order to make money. But all of that stuff, I mean, do you know how boring it is? You don't even watch poker vlogs. And the reason you don't watch it is because they're super boring. But Limon, what about all of the vlogs that did do what you just described and they didn't make it either?
Right. Right, right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, there are a lot of people who tried, and a lot of people have really shitty personalities.
Right.
They have shitty, like, they don't know how to communicate so that people can be compelled to listen.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so, I mean, let's talk about the people who tried to do exactly
Right.
what Brad Owen did and failed.
Right. Yeah, no,
Because I didn't try to do what Brad Owen did. I tried to make a daily vlog of the life of some dude who moved to Vegas to play poker.
Right.
And everything in the vlog was honest, but the poker part was slightly disingenuous, because if you're sitting in Limon's shoes, or if you're sitting in, Joe Blow's shoes, you're watching a video of a guy in Vegas playing poker.
Right.
But the reality is, you're really watching a video, unbeknownst to yourself, you're really watching a video of a guy in Vegas playing poker, trying to make YouTube videos because it's fun and it's rewarding.
So let me ask you.
It wasn't financially
Right.
rewarding, but it was rewarding, because I have literally had hundreds of people tell me, "Oh, dude, I had cancer for 2 years in the hospital, and your videos are what got me through it. My dad died, and he loved your videos every day." And blah. I mean, it's been hundreds of people, Lyman, and that's like very rewarding.
Right.
And so I loved doing it, and it made me want to keep doing it. It's kind of like the rock band that didn't quite make it,
Right.
but the 10,000 people that do love them just fucking love them. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I got something out of it, and I didn't have to go work a job.
Right.
And yeah, I should have gotten better, but like, I was working my nuts off trying to make videos and upload videos, and
Right.
I just didn't work my nuts off. And that's what I'm saying. You don't think Brad Owen has a team?
No, I mean, this is. I hate to even use his name because he's just a placeholder for this type of vlog that I see become very popular. Obviously,
Right.
obviously he's very, very good at his job or whatever. Here's the question then. You were doing it for the love of the game, and I believe you. I know a lot of people listening to this do not believe you, but you were following your heart, and you were making something you believed was actually like art, okay? And
Right.
and your videos, a lot of your videos will stand the test of time. And I know that they will, because I still remember some of this stuff, and I don't remember anything from a guy showing me his hands and talking about why he check folded. Now, but if you were doing it for the love of the game, and if it was basically like performance art in some ways and not for the money, why do you think that so many people would describe you as angry?
Why would they just? Well, I'm certainly not angry about YouTube. I'm not angry about poker. I'm not angry about anybody else who has a YouTube channel at all.
Okay.
I think that I'm actually not an angry person in any way.
Right.
I'm fucking thrilled, and sometimes when you're not rich, or you're not making a high level of income,
Right.
life can be a bit of a bitch. You know what I mean? And sometimes when you work your ass off and don't seem to get anything from it, it can piss you off or whatever, but I'm not angry about any of it. And any anger that I've ever shown on YouTube was mostly, I would say, somewhat put on. But I don't think I ever really acted angry or acted in a way that I didn't really feel at that moment.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know why anyone would describe me as angry, unless they're just projecting.
Right.
Unless they're just thinking like, gosh, if I was the first poker vlogger and I didn't really, have 10 million subscribers and make millions of dollars, I'd be pissed.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know, dude. I'm not angry at all.
And I will say right now on the record that in all the time I ever spent with you in Los Angeles and Las Vegas, you are the opposite of an angry guy. You are like, you're like a Labrador retriever or something.
Dude, wait, did you not? Let me ask you this: in the times that you saw me, did you not see a guy having fun with what he was doing?
I never once saw you not having fun, and I never once felt you were being disingenuous. There we go.
Well, and all of that is true. And so I'll tell you this. What the fuck was I going to say? I just had a brilliant thought, and it left me as quickly because maybe I don't deserve to have a brilliant thought.
Just
but,
like your poker career.
No, it's like, dude, when I moved to Vegas,
Right.
just before I moved to Vegas, when I was still in Jacksonville,
Right.
my buddy Harry sent me
Harry.
all of the he sent me all of the Pokersesh podcasts
Right.
that lived on some other website, and it wasn't even supposed to be called Pokersesh or something.
It's Crush Life Poker, yeah.
What's that?
It's the old Crush Life Poker where Bart just stole all my ideas.
Yeah, I didn't want to say any names out loud, but
Whatever.
yeah, just because I didn't want to, you know what I mean? He sent them all to me, and I used to listen to you talking about find ways to make money in the casino
That's
aside
right.
from poker.
That's right.
And I used to listen to those podcasts while I was playing poker.
Right.
And so when I got to Vegas, I don't remember exactly what I heard or what happened, but I remember telling Harry, this dude Limon is very smart when it comes to gambling and the way this fucking shit works,
Right.
and I would like to meet this dude one day. I said I'm going to meet this dude one day.
We did. We met up.
And then yeah, and it's like, I forgot what the point was really, but,
The point was,
I mean-
we met up, and I gave you a bunch of good ideas, and you got the game at Westgate, and, you know, you learned about being a real fucking street hustler, and and now that you're in slot AP, you're actually pretty fucking good at it, I guess.
I mean, the truth is, like, there's another layer to this shit. You want to hear the next layer?
Let's hear it.
When I was in my early 20s,
Right.
I was a degenerate gambler
I believe that.
because, yeah, I didn't have anything else to do. I
Right.
didn't drink. Call me the poker monk or whatever you
Right.
want.
At the time,
I
yeah.
didn't drink. I didn't use drugs, whatever.
Right.
And I was just a monk. I wasn't a poker monk. I was just a monk. So while everyone else was getting drunk at the bar after work at the restaurant where I worked, I found the video blackjack machines and the video poker machines.
Right.
I found myself fully addicted to video poker.
Right.
And then, like, after a couple years of, like, working doubles as a waiter and blowing it all,
Right.
playing video poker and video blackjack, it hit me. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, I wasn't supposed to be an addict, so I didn't drink and I didn't do all that stuff, and I got blindsided by gambling. Well, I developed a huge disdain for the casino.
Right.
And when I say the casino, I mean the fucking house. I don't care if it's a quasi-legal video poker place in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, or if it's the fucking Bellagio.
Right.
And I'm not going to commit crime. I'm not going to do all of that. But I always wondered, let me tell you, I used to write down every fucking session of video poker. And I had a book, and I may still have it to this day. I would have to dig it up. But there's a book that probably shows somewhere to the tune of like $90,000 that I lost over the course of years in my 20s.
Shit.
Yeah. I never bet on sports. It was all video poker. Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I finally quit gambling other than poker after a long time ago. And I always said to myself before I quit gambling, I always said I'm going to get this fucking money back one day, one way or another.
Right. Let me ask
Here
you.
we are.
Let me ask you
A couple of decades later, I'm getting it.
Yeah, but this might be a black swan event. This might be a long tail event. Let me ask you something. In all seriousness, and this is something that I and every other person has to confront it sometimes who's in these industries. Do you think that you have a gambling problem somewhere in your lizard brain? Do you think you might be a gambling addict who, no matter how well things will go, at some point you'll just find a way to fuck it up?
No.
No. Okay. And what leads you to believe that?
Well, what about just the simple fact that I haven't gambled on anything negative EV unless you want to argue that my poker was negative EV.
Right.
I mean, I didn't lose at poker. I am lifetime winner. I'm
Right.
just not a huge winner.
Right.
Okay, I didn't make a living. I did not make a living playing 1-2 poker. Absolutely not. I could have made a living playing 2012 2-5 in Florida.
Right.
If 2012 could have lasted forever.
Right. Exactly.
But that's not the point. The point is that I don't gamble
Right.
on anything. I don't. I just fucking don't do it.
No,
So I mean, I have no desire to do it. So in other words, I only have, the only thing I'm addicted to is grinding a positive edge. That's literally it. It's not about the game. It's not about the graphics. It's not about the sights and sounds of the casino.
Right.
I love all of those things, but no, I am much like what I think you are.
Right.
I think that when I was in my 20s, I wanted to grind a positive edge, but I didn't have the discipline to do it.
Yeah.
Today, I absolutely have the discipline to do exactly what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
Here, let me tell you something. Let me ask you this. What time do you think I woke up every day when I was making my vlog in 2015, 2016, 2017? I fucking woke up at like noon every day.
Wow. I would have said earlier.
I mean, maybe 11, maybe 10, but I fucking wasn't getting up at the
So
crack of dawn.
I won that bet. I already won that bet.
Right, yeah. So, well, listen, for the last 6 months,
Right.
I don't get up past 4 a.m.
Okay.
And when I'm in another part of the country other than Nevada, I get up at 3.
Right.
Because guess what? I got up at 4.
Right.
And I went downstairs, and I saw this old fucking bald bastard
Right.
getting to shit before me.
Right.
And I was like, no, it's not going to fucking happen. I'm getting up at 3. And guess what? I got up at 3:30 this morning.
Right.
3:30 I got up. And I had the alarm set for 4 because I'd had a long day.
Right.
I still woke up at 3:30. So what I'm saying to you, Limon, is I have discipline that I have discipline.
So like you saw.
But I don't have a desire. I don't have a desire to gamble. Like I don't have a desire to play craps.
Right. I'm not okay. I'm gonna leave it right there. We have another one of your fucking super fans on the phone. 352. You're on with a trooper.
Yes, quite a thrill, Limon. The hey trooper.
What's up?
Hey, yeah, no, I was listening to the conversation there. Yeah, so Phil Ivey, they got him in both Atlantic City and England.
Right.
So yeah, even here in the United States, yeah, if a casino's willing to take your action when you have all these crazy stipulations, yeah, don't think you found the berry patch.
They're free rolling your ass.
Yeah, I didn't know about Atlantic City, but I mean, I don't know. I guess all I can say is I hope he didn't make that play with all of his money.
No, Phil Ivey's he's a super strong poker player. He made millions. Hey,
Right.
hey, Trooper. So, are you so you started a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
Well, I sort of started a little before that, but so I would say it was about 3.5. Wait a minute, let me think. 1, 2, 3. Probably like 3.5 years ago I started, and I was sort of just dabbling, and I only knew a few, and we were doing it more for fun than anything else, and then I got involved in something else that just I didn't have time to do it. So when I stopped doing that thing, and I decided that, well, what am I going to do? It's like, I'm not going to go get a fucking job. So I decided to start my blog back up, and as I was going to play poker every day, I was hitting machines And so one day I just decided I don't want to play poker. I'm going to try this full time. And so I've been doing it since like April of, what fucking year is this? So like April 2025.
Nice. You mind if I speculate on your super secret strategy, or do you want me to not to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna probably, I'm not really gonna talk about it too much, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not. I would guess that you and Miss Trooper make your rounds. You know, building cards at the different houses, and just go around and collect your free play. That's a huge edge. And then the guys that really push it to the limits. They do that with like they get 20 people to get cards.
Oh, it's 352. I already confirmed that is what he's doing because when I asked him if that's what he's doing, he said, "I've never heard of that," which is the dumbest fucking answer you could give. Because of course he's fucking heard of that.
Well, in fairness, Limon, he was saying he's never heard of the whatever was happening in with the mobsters or whatever. I think that's what he was saying. He did not confirm or deny that was his super.
Trooper Trooper tries to act dumb. He tries to act dumb. Trooper is not dumb. He tries to act dumb. He is not dumb. So when he pretends to not know something that every AP knows, then you know.
No. Okay, so 352 sees the exact same thing when he listens to Howard Stern, and he hears Howard Stern going off on a weird fucking tangent and trying to make it about like this side thing that is not what the person said. I said exactly what 352 said. You mentioned to me a story about some big what did he say? Monsters on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know anything about any fucking monsters on the East Coast.
Plausible. This is what's called plausible deniability. Plausible deniability.
No, I swear on my life, I thought he said monsters, and when he said monsters, I thought he meant like big players.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, Trooper, I was looking at your channel. Are you a singer?
I mean, no, I thought I wanted to be a singer. See, this is like the whole thing. Like, I just wanted to do something that I loved and was fun. Do you know what I mean? And not really work a job. And so, yeah, I loved to sing when I was younger.
What do you?
Oh,
what type of singer?
I love singing too. It's funny how even like because I'm not a great singer either, but I love singing, and I've spent a ton of time practicing singing, even though like I'm not particularly great at it. So I put your video of Crazy Train as a watch later. I'm looking forward to seeing you belt it out. That's a tough tune. That's a high A.
Okay, so when you see that, I think you'll be surprised. But the thing, here's what I know that you'll understand. When I was talking earlier about what I got out of doing my YouTube channel, aside from whatever money I made while doing it, I was talking about how it was rewarding. There was a vlog, there was a video wherein I said I always wanted to give to people what Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden and what the band Iron Maiden give to me.
Yeah.
So I watch and I listen and I get like this joy from it. And I was like, I always wanted to be a singer so I could create that for people. And then I said in that episode of the vlog that I think this vlog is my way of sort of achieving that because there are a lot of people who love watching this vlog. So yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, in other words, that's why I was so hooked on making my vlog, even though I didn't make, a gazillion dollars from it or whatever.
How deep did you get into singing? Did you have like the keyboard and you were doing the arpeggios and the scales and stuff?
No, I didn't do that. I just sang in the car with Iron Maiden.
Oh, right. Well, that's good. That's good practice.
Wait.
Hey,
let me ask you a question. Trooper, do you know the lyrics to Crazy Train?
Yeah.
Do you want to do a little duet right now?
No, I got up at 3:30 in the morning. I've been in a smoky casino all fucking day.
Crazy, but that's how it goes.
You can sing.
Millions
sing
of
the,
people live
theme to
in
the
this
Osbournes
house. Maybe.
I wasn't that into Ozzy anyway. That's just the song that is the song that the band I was in, they wanted to play, and I'm okay with it or whatever, but I was more into Iron Maiden.
Right. That's how you got the name The Trooper.
Yeah.
That's how you got the name The Trooper.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
right.
Lyman, I've heard you hum along to some of the songs, during your intros and outros. Did you used to dabble a little bit?
No, never. I just fuck around. I mean, I have already admitted what I dabbled in. I did stand-up comedy for a while, and I was okay at it. Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. But I mean, I was actually making a lot of money playing poker, so I went on a different life path.
Hey, you guys were talking about pushing the button. Trooper, heads up, or to anybody who's listening, like if you're letting some rando at the casino, press the button, just for the kicks or whatever, whoever is pushing that button, you better really trust them, because when it comes down to hitting a jackpot and getting the can pay and the fax form, it comes down to who pushed the button.
Yeah, I believe that, and I also do think that it's different in different cities and states, because, there are some casinos in California that if you're pushing the button and someone else's card is in the machine and you hit a jackpot, they don't pay you.
Wow. You got to know all the laws. That's for sure. You got to know all the laws.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not dealing with randos. It's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Trooper, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Trooper, that you can believe me now or you can believe me later. Everybody who you think isn't a rando, at some point in your life, you'll be like, this motherfucking rando. Because that's the way the gambling world works. Haven't you figured this shit out yet?
Nobody pushes my button.
Okay, good. Don't let anyone touch your button except for Lady Trooper.
That's correct.
All right, let's take
Hey,
another.
Lyman, real quick on the topic of on selling the plays, it's too nebulous. Like nobody has like perfect information like that. It's not like insurance on a poker hand where you know your exact equity. It's too. You can't even overestimate it. Like you could, yeah. You could like, oh yeah, give me 3,000, I'll give you the seat. But nobody's gonna pay you that. You know what I mean? So
okay,
it's like,
352. 352. Then let me ask you this: if it's so nebulous, how do you know when you're making a plus EV play? How do you know that you're just not starting negative EV half the time?
Well,
You don't.
there's you don't 100% know everything about everything all the time. But what you do know is that there are groups of people who have collected a lot of data.
Right.
And to a certain extent, you have to trust that data. And now that I have a certain number of hours, but not just my hours, the hours of several people who I trust.
Right.
When I look at all of those hours, so we're talking 2, 4, 6, 8. We're getting close to 10,000 trustworthy hours
Right.
of slotting.
Right.
So if there happens to be the occasional rich little hens for $3 that is slightly negative EV,
Right.
it's not gonna fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not gonna kill the whole thing. And if we think, if I'm ever suspicious that an 18 just isn't quite good enough, then I'll just fucking play 20. And
Right.
you know what I mean? And so I think that the overall hours just aren't fucking lying.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're not lying.
Right.
Yeah, you don't.
I want to
know.
send you. I will send you my graph, but you can't show a soul. You know what I mean?
Trooper,
You don't
listen
know
to me.
For sure
If you tell me anything, you've probably told me things in confidence before. You've probably sent me stuff before because we've known each other for over a decade. What what have I ever told anybody? Nothing. I don't tell anybody anything.
No. I guess what my answer to you is this. So in other words, like I trust my data.
Right.
But the guy who I'm selling this play to, he's either going to be a degenerate or he's got to trust the data or whatever. And there's just too much involved in it. Too much bullshit.
Right.
I'm not going to fucking try to sell someone a $10 play.
Right.
And it's going to be like and here's the way I looked at it when I found that $250 Phoenix.
Right.
If these motherfuckers all offer me $50,
Right.
if they hurry up and get over here, I'm taking it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then they show up saying that they're going to give me, 2 times the bet, and if they win, they'll kick me a little extra.
Right.
Well, I hung around, and they won over $100,000.
Holy shit!
So I just took I took the $800 and I just fucking left.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I found, if anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, they'll know what I'm talking about. I found a fucking reset Phoenix bank, and I called those same dudes, and I had a $300 spin and a $62.50 spin, and they gave me a little bit of money, and I took equity in a couple of the spins,
Right.
and that's it. You know what I mean? So, it's not really what I know or what I don't know about the EV. It's what the guy who's paying me believes.
Right. But I mean,
So yeah, I'm not gonna fucking stand in a casino and try to get an extra $100 out of these people.
But-
You know what I mean? If they want to give me the money for this play, take it. You know what I mean? That's it.
knowledge is power, though, Trooper. The more that you know, the more you can gouge people. You can't gouge people if you don't know.
Did you say gouge people?
Yeah, because let's be honest here. We're in the gambling world. Everybody's fucking everybody else over. Like, if you can't fuck somebody if you don't know. You gotta know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen.
You do know. I mean, you do know, like, it's like sports betting. You know, you can't exactly quantify it, but you know, A, the fact that you're making money, and B, just, I mean, like you talked about, like, you know, if all of the lines on every website have -7, and you found -6.5, and you know that that's probably
Right.
the play. But this is much more
but I
nebulous
mean,
because
I know
even
what.
if you-
Hey, 352. I know how much that play is worth. I know exactly how much that play is worth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not necessarily. I mean,
Yes.
you
No.
don't-
I don't
mean,
know. I don't know the results of the football game, but I know how much a half point is off of a 7-point line. I know how much a half point is worth off a 7-point line. If that's my job.
Well, and I guess I was more so talking about like the originators, like the guys who make the lines and like who really like you know are the ones
Well,
that
yeah.
really get the first numbers in.
But they know too. Originators know too. Everybody knows how much a half point is worth off a 7-point line because this is common knowledge. Because you can look at 7-point lines and see how often they hit, and you can know how much the casinos know exactly how much they're going to sell you a half point for. Like if I call a casino right now or any book and they have a 7-point line, I say I want to buy a half point. They know exactly how much to sell a half point for.
Well, what I was talking
I'm
about
not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to argue with you.
No.
What I'm trying to impress upon you is you need it's important to know things. It's important to know
Right.
things.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. It's impossible to quantify.
Okay.
You get like Trooper was saying, like you gather spin data and you aggregate it, and then there's people like aggregating tons of spins. Sometimes teams across the country, and sometimes dozens of people or more. And you just pull your data, and then that's all you can really go off of. So you even have it's impossible to have enough trials to really know
this is interesting.
what one bonus spin is worth.
Hey, this is interesting. 352 Trooper, this is interesting. A question for both of you. AA number 1, it's not impossible to know. And in fact, it's the most knowable thing in the history of the world because there's somebody at the slot machine company who knows it to the 20th decimal point, okay?
Yes.
What are the guys at the slot machine companies do? How many guys at the slot machine company do you think are either in on it or if Leon slipped them a fucking brick of hundreds, might tell you guys a few things?
Yeah, well, I've thought a lot about that, but, there are a lot of, I don't know. What about that, that one dude that worked for IGT, and he got caught and went to fucking prison? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah. But
I understand what you're saying, but how the fuck am I going to travel to Australia and talk to these motherfuckers at Aristocrat? Like, I don't know. Listen.
No. This is my question, Tim. This is my question. Do you think anybody is, though? Like, Tim, not you personally,
Yes.
but people you've met in your life, if they worked for IGT and they knew every play to the 10th decimal point, what do you think they would? They know that information's worth $1 million. They know it's worth $1 million. What do you think they're doing?
Well, yeah, that's probably true, but if that information is being paid for by someone, that fucking shit's getting leaked.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you don't, let's look at it this way. If I got $10 million in cash,
Right.
and I went to a guy at Aristocrat or IGT or who the fuck ever, and I said, here's your $10 million, now give me the information.
Right.
The only way I'm going to make my $10 million back is I'm going to have to employ a bunch of motherfuckers that I'm going to have to give the information to.
Yeah, like Leon. Leon's the guy.
Well, my point is that information gets out there.
Right.
And so I think there's ways to, sort of get that information, but I don't know where it comes from or if it even exists. What I'm basically saying is, here's, I think, the real point.
Right.
Selling $250 fucking spins probably happens once a year.
Right.
Who gives a fuck if
Right.
I get $300 or $200?
Right.
It's not worth my time to sit around and think about how am I going to get these other degenerate gamblers.
Right.
Some of them are degenerate gamblers, I think, but they have their own ideas about what is a plus EV play
Right.
on a Phoenix Link machine.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why actually the $250 machine I found that day was not a play by the metrics that I personally employ.
Right.
So, but I knew that it was a play for these people. And by the way, this was a team
Right.
of 10 and another team of several
Wow.
that came together to show up there with like fucking $200,000
Right.
to spin this machine. And they all had a piece of it.
Let me ask you a question.
So-
Tim, let me ask you a question.
And by the way, Limon,
Yeah.
they could kick me off the fucking machine.
Yeah,
Just
of
like
course.
you said.
Yeah, they could blow the
But
fucking.
they didn't know where it was. They didn't know where it was until the deal was done. But anyway, go ahead.
They would find it. Let me ask you a question. When I was starting out playing poker at decent stakes, there were guys like that were already big sort of players at these stakes, like Kenny Tran, old OG fucking crushers, Bobby Hoff, OG fucking crushers, and I would watch the way that they played hands to come up with new ideas for things that like I could do. Okay. Do you ever have like mad respect for a slot AP and watch their plays to learn new plays?
So when it comes to other slot APs,
Right.
I don't really, the only thing that I really pay attention to is who they are and where they are and what their schedules might be,
Right.
and things like that. So I'm always just trying to get ahead of the other guy because there's a lot of competition sometimes, and if I'm just out there running around playing slots in Vegas, I'm basically, and there's a few things that I do that I've developed on my own that I'm not even going to talk about, but the reason that a lot of AP players won't do it is because they perceive it as costing them money when it really doesn't cost them money.
Okay.
Because they base everything on EV unless it costs money.
Right.
And then they place it,
Isn't that logical?
Then they base it on,
Tim, isn't that logical to base something on EV unless it costs you money? Isn't that logical?
No.
No?
No, because if you make a negative EV spin for $10 and you lose that one single spin,
Right.
you can't say it cost you $10.
Right.
You have to say it cost you about probably $7 to to 70 cents to a dollar.
Yeah, but if you do it 10
Because
times,
that's how much
if
it
you do it
costs.
10 times, it costs you $10.
No.
No?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And let's just say that you're giving up 10% to the house.
Right?
Yeah, if you're giving up 10, yeah, if you do it 10 times.
Yeah.
But they won't even do it one fucking time. You know, I don't want to talk about that anymore. That's fucking. That's a tool. That's a tool that I don't even want to take out of the belt.
Yes, Tim, do not tell people how to make negative EV spins. Please stop. Let me.
Well, anyway, the whole point is, yeah, I mean, I think that there are people out there that I look at, but I don't really admire people for the way that they might approach AP slots.
Right.
I would be more likely to admire someone who has made a living between playing poker and gambling
Right.
over the course of a few years.
Right.
I admire that person's work ethic because in
Right.
order to make money at gambling, you have to have work ethic.
Right. So wait. Let me ask let me ask 352 a question that might end up helping you. 352, you there?
Okay.
You there?
Yeah.
352.
Yeah, I'm there, yeah.
So if you went into your local Indian fucking casino and you were gonna do your fucking dicka-dicka-doo bingo bango bongo slot AP for the night, you have all your plays lined up, and then you see fucking Tim fucking Trooper at the fucking triple fucking Buffalo Phoenix playing it, and he's playing the triple Buffalo fucking Phoenix Piggy in a way that you've never seen a human play it before. Would you take note of that? Would you take note of that? Or would you think this motherfucker's gonna go broke? Are there people who you look up to, like poker players? Are there people you look up to in the slot AP industry?
Yeah, I mean, if I had a good idea of what the number was and I saw him taking it negative or what I perceived as very negative, I would probably think, yeah, this guy's not really somebody to watch out for. Circling back to what you said, I mean, yeah, watching like the other
Okay,
people that
Tim,
are
he would think you're a
knowledgeable-
fucking fish. He would think you're a fish. We got it.
Watching the other people who are knowledgeable, of course, is like super helpful, and you can tell right away because they're typically well dressed and they'll have a $3,000 ticket, and so they're you definitely can learn a lot. I've learned a lot from that. Hey, Trooper, do you know a guy? He goes on Discord by the name John Smith. His first name starts with A. He's a super successful AP.
What is his name?
His name's John Smith on Discord. His first name starts with A. And he's a super successful AP
Oh, his name is John Smith
on Discord.
on Discord. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I'm only involved in one Discord, and it's a private Discord between like 4 people.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I don't really go out there digging around. So I was in Jay Fructose Discord for a little while, and I was in Slots of Opportunities Discord for a little while because it was a long time ago, and I thought it was interesting, and I just didn't really. I have a very difficult time sorting out who I should be listening to. There's a lot of misinformation, right?
Just Leon and me, Tim. That's it. Just Leon and me.
Hey,
No.
Lyman, so this is the dude I've been talking about all these times I've been calling in. He just sent me a picture. He had to have a buddy fly in because they found a Buffalo Lightning, and it was $12.50 a spin, and they brought 200 grand just in case. And they hit for $250,000. It showed me the picture.
Oh, a $1,250?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
That's pretty
I think
wild.
I'm
that
not at that level.
I think that Trooper just destroyed a pair of underwear hearing that story.
Nah, I don't really, I don't really drool over big action or whatever. I'm very happy to, do what I'm doing, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Trooper, let me ask you a question. Now, you have to carry a lot of cash into the casino to make these plays. How people know you. You're sort of famous. Now, you might say you're not famous, but you are sort of famous. Like on a daily basis in a casino, somebody either approaches you or from a long ways away yells, "What up?" Okay? I know this because I hung out with you. And creepy people from 100 yards away yelled, "What up?" Okay. Everybody knows you're doing slot AP. Everybody knows you have to have at least $10,000 cash on you. How do you keep from getting robbed? What are your safeguards?
Well, if I was Trump, you know.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, hello?
Hello?
I lost you. I lost you. What's up? Yeah, not you, Grimstar. Trooper, how do you safeguard yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I guess I don't want to tell you how I safeguard myself. There are several things that I do to make sure that, nothing goes down.
No, but Trooper, I like normally when you tell me I don't want to tell you, I get it. I understand why. I don't understand why. Like, let's say I'm a criminal right now. Like, I want to hear, if you tell me that there's ways that I cannot rob you, it makes me not want to rob you. Like, what are the things that you do to stop from being fucking hogtied and robbed?
Well, there's definitely different things that I do in different places. What I would do in Las Vegas, I can't necessarily do in California.
Okay.
In California, you can probably have a rifle on your deck where you grill those fucking steaks and drink that wine.
Yeah.
That's cool. But you can't drive around fucking loaded for bear, or else you're going to fucking prison. In Nevada, you can drive around with loaded guns all over your car.
Okay, I get it.
And even in your hand. And yeah, so I mean, listen, I don't know. I'm not trying to shoot anyone. But when I'm in a place where I am allowed to defend myself, I am prepared to defend myself.
Yeah, but Trooper, that is not going to do you any good. I'm talking about, like, do you use wires? Do you use hand pays with checks instead of cash? Do you carry... Do you carry...
Yeah, no, I never have more than $25 cash on me.
Smart. So then how do you get the money into the machines? Do you do it with tickets?
They have that thing where you can scan your phone to the machine.
Oh, wow. Now, do you worry when you scan your phone to the machine that they are going to track you closely and then ban you because they see that you're a winning player?
I mean, I play with a card in.
Okay.
They don't ban people for winning.
Right.
They just stop giving you free play and shit like that. But I can't lie to you. I don't fucking do that. I don't know. I'm just under the radar all the time, and I see everyone before they see me. That's it.
Have you ever worn a disguise into a casino?
Not yet.
Have you ever gone into a casino without a baseball cap on?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Which I guess is a disguise.
That's a disguise. Who would recognize you? Nobody would recognize you.
That's not true. I got recognized a few times like that. But yeah, basically, you're right. Even though you're wrong, you're still right.
Okay. Grimstar, you're on with Trooper. Anything for Trooper Grimstar?
Slot sesh?
Yeah, slot sesh.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about slots. I really have a poker hand. Can we talk about poker?
Trooper.
That's my cue. Limon, good talking to you?
Yeah.
No, but maybe Trooper can give me some advice on this hand history. This kind of like lines with your stakes. It's a 1-2 hand.
I think it's time for Trooper to head out. Hey, Trooper, I want to thank you for calling in. I want to say that I found this conversation illuminating. I want to say that I found you honest and open as always. I want to wish you the absolute best of luck in everything you do. And I'm also going to text you to find out this secret information.
All right, you got it.
Take it easy, brother.
All right, thanks, Lemon.
Have a good night, my friend.
All right, you too. Later.
Later. There he goes. The world famous trooper. All right. Last call of the night. Grimstar hand history. Oh, wait. Let's take one more. Grimstar, I'm going to take a call, and then I'm going to do your hand history. This call won't take long. 310, you're on Poker Sesh.
You busy?
No, I'm not busy.
Hello? You busy?
No.
Hey, man, I wanted to apologize. You called me last week when I was in Colombia. I couldn't talk to you. I wanted to apologize. I know you called me and I had to cut it short. And also, we had a little case of mistaken identity. I was telling you I was on that flight to France with you. Of course, I was sitting in first class. I thought I seen you walking to coach.
Right.
That was Caitlin Jenner. I found out later. It was not you. I don't doubt, however, that you do fly coach.
Yeah.
So, and apologies about that.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to talk to you about a couple of things tonight.
Thank you.
Some mild topics and a little more controversial towards the end.
Okay.
You got time? Busy?
Let's start mild. One mild and then one controversial. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. The first one is, what's up with these Garrett videos? Are these real videos? Is this AI? Is this really him? I figured, you guys are WPT partners or whatever. What's the deal with all those videos? Are they real?
I think that Garrett killed himself after he figured out how badly he fucked up his entire fucking brand after the J4 hand. And certain people in the triads and Chinese mafia know that he's actually dead. And so they release AI videos of him because they're the only ones who know that he's actually dead. Because he jumped off of a building in Hong Kong once he realized how he destroyed his entire fucking brand and lost millions of dollars arguing with a dumb bitch who called him with J4.
No kidding. You know what? I knew that you pencil-lipped, sneaky, shiesty, small cap wearing motherfucker would have the insight. So I appreciate that.
I shouldn't have said that. Now the triads are going to be after me. I shouldn't have said it.
You'll be all right. You're obviously sleeping with the main one, because why the fuck would they have you on this channel?
Exactly.
Promoting their brand, hurting their brand. I can't figure that one out either.
Exactly.
Why don't they put any pressure? Why don't they put any pressures out about you? Like, why don't they have any? I mean, you're a content creator for them.
Yes.
Why aren't you fucking everywhere?
Because I literally suck at this. I'm the absolute worst. I just accused them of killing of knowing Garrett Adelstein is dead and spreading AI videos about him. So yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't think I'm on anybody's Christmas card list.
Well, it's Hanukkah. Don't be silly.
Okay, they believe in Christmas, you fucking dipshit. Now get to the controversial part.
Okay, wait. Before we get to that one quick thing. How many fucking times you're gonna say right in one podcast, man? Right. Well, okay. The last topic is now. There is some credence to this, at least I believe, but I heard that you actually come from money. You're just a spoiled little daddy's rich kid that grew up with a silver cock in his mouth. How true or false is that?
Oh yeah. You caught me. I grew up in the nicest trailer outside of Eugene, Oregon. It was a double wide. You caught me. I grew up in a fucking double wide outside of Eugene, Oregon. Nobody is richer than me. Okay, Grimstar, you're next.
All right, before we get to the hand history, something else comes to mind. This is from an incident from last night at the bar game. This guy, he's the whale player. he's the loose cannon, no cannon guy.
Right.
He showed back up. The first comment he makes to me, we're sitting next to each other. First, I tried to get a Jesus seat on him before he sits down. I go, hey, mind if I take that? He goes, no, I want that seat. I said, all right, whatever.
The Jesus
So anyways,
seat, yes. The Jesus seat, yes.
let's sit to his left, you know. Before he said, I didn't realize he was going to play. All of a sudden, he pops up, and I go, oh, let me scoot over. But anyway, so he sits down next to me, and his like first comment to me goes, I don't like you.
Yeah. Nobody
And I
does.
go, you don't like me? What's the matter? And he goes, nah, it's not you. I don't like how you play poker.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I guess that's not too bad. But I mean, I don't want this guy to like run if he sees me at the table. I want to play with this guy. So
Grimstar!
I like playing.
Grimstar! Listen to me. Since when did you start playing online back in the day?
2000, I was like 17 years old.
Yeah.
So 3.
3. Yeah. Okay. Everybody who's ever come in contact with you since 2003 does not like you. What does that say about you?
I don't know about everybody.
Everybody! You're literally online. Grimming is a verb online to explain a cocksucking pile of shit.
Rude.
Grim, let me tell you something. I just don't think you're ever going to be liked. It's not in your DNA. So just
All right, I guess let's get do it.
So just do whatever you're gonna do. Like, here's what I'm gonna tell you right now, because I've been dealing with you. You've asked the same fucking question 100 times. How do I deal with people not liking me, people not wanting to play with me, people banning me from their games, blah blah blah. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Lean into being an asshole. Lean into it. Try to become the world's biggest asshole and have people laugh like, oh, that's Grim, the world's biggest asshole. Because you can't stop. If you can't stop, you just have to lean into it.
Fair enough.
If the guy says, I don't like you, just tell him, no one likes me. You're like the least of the people who don't like me. Get in line. And then he'll chuckle. He'll chuckle. Like, just lean into it. Lean into being the biggest jerk in the world.
Fair enough.
All right.
Golden advice. All right, so here's the hand history.
Here's the hand. Let's go.
All right, we're playing huge stakes, 1-2 at the local casino.
Right.
Game is pretty soft.
Right.
A lot of people drinking booze.
Right.
It goes family pot, limps around to me and small blind. I got King 10 offsuit,
Right.
also known as the Turner.
King 10
And
offsuit, also known as the Ike Turner.
Yes.
And why
Yes.
is King 10 the Ike Turner? Because it's
Queen 10? Queen 10 is Tina Turner because it always gets beat.
and King 10's one above. Okay, Ike Turner.
Exactly. King
Okay.
10 is C. So, anyways, I complete with King 10 off and the big blind checks. It comes out King Jack 9, 2 hearts.
Right.
There's like 7 way to the flop, so, you know, I'm not crazy about my hand. I'm not going to, like, lead into the field. Let me just check and see what happens.
Okay.
Big blind, like a fucking elevator salesman. He's been making these cheeky-ass $2, $3 bets all night.
Right.
And, like, big pots. So, like, it's usually some weak bullshit.
Right.
He's not doing it with, like, monsters. So I check. He bets $2 into the field.
Right.
And everybody fucking calls around to me.
Right.
And I figure, I gotta have the best of it here. I pop it to 20.
Right. So far,
And-
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I figure maybe I take it down, and if I don't, I probably got the best hand against these idiots. So somehow it goes 4 way to the turn.
Okay. Wait.
And-
So Grimstar. What was the flop
Yeah.
again?
King Jack 9, 2 hearts. I had
Right.
King 10 off.
Okay. So the big mistake you made here, because your hand is a good 99.9% of the time, right? So
It is or it's not good?
it is good. It is good. The mistake you made is betting too small.
Should have gone like 40, 50.
80.
80. It's like 3x the pot in these guys.
What you got called in 4 places, dude. It's called inelastic calling ranges. When your opponents have inelastic calling ranges, you have to punish them so fucking hard. This is the number one most important thing to being a small stakes or mid-small crusher. There is literally no thing more important. Like, not even remotely, there's no second place. This is first place with a bullet. The most important thing you do to win mountains and mountains and mountains of money in mid-low stakes is crush your opponents that have inelastic calling ranges. Meaning, if they're in for a penny, they're in for a pound. Now, I'm not telling you to make it 80. I'm telling you, you should already know if you should make it 80.
I don't know. I don't think I did that 3-4x fucking pot in a limp pot out of position in my playbook.
That's why you're poor and you suck.
Yeah, I guess I gotta put it in there.
Yes.
No, I didn't go 80. I'm like 20. And
20 is 20. You got called in 4 places. Do you think any of those people wouldn't have called for 40?
No, it's 20 I went.
Do you think any of them would have folded for 40?
I don't know.
Probably not. Do you think any of them would have folded for 60?
Not sure. Depends how they're feeling.
Yeah, you don't know shit. You just love to not know. This is the most important thing you need to know. Now, let me tell you something, and this is important. You're not trying to get them to fold. Don't get me wrong. This isn't a protect your hand spot. What you're trying to do is get them to put in the most money bad. The most money bad. So 3 people putting in 60 is better than 4 people putting in 40. So if 4 people put 40, that's 160. 3 people putting in 60 is 180. Okay? Do you hear what I'm saying? You want to have you want to have the most money going bad because your hand is always good. Always good. Okay? Your hand is a set of kings. Your hand is whatever. Your hand is the fucking nuts. It's the nuts on this street. Your hand is the nuts on this street. So like 20 is the wrong bet. The right bet's 40 or 60 or 80. Because at the end of this hand, if you end up winning it, which you will most of the time, every dollar that you don't put in now is a dollar you do not get later. Because that's the way No Limit works. It works exponentially. You have to build a giant fucking pot. And then people say like, how the fuck did he win such a giant pot with a 1 pair no kicker? The way he won such a giant pot with 1 pair no kicker is because he built it himself. It's like the 3 little pigs. You got to build the fucking house yourself. Don't build a house of straw. Don't build a house of sticks. Build a house of bricks, baby. Pure fucking bricks. All right, next street.
So 4-way to the turn. It comes.
You know that people pay like Mark Goon a lot of fucking money to say this shit. And I've been saying it for fucking 20 years for free. All right, next street.
Comes a low card. I check. The elevator salesman checks. The guy that's been putting it in over and over and over with any 2 cards puts his last $40 in for mid position, and the drunk Asian guy calls, and now it's on me.
Okay. What was the flop?
King Jack 9, 2 hearts. Turn was a pretty much pure brick.
Okay. Why
Offsuit.
did you check raise big 10x? Not big enough, should have been 20x. Why did you check raise big and then check the turn?
I wasn't expecting to get called in fucking 3 spots.
Who cares?
Take it down.
Who cares? Do you think they're calling you with better?
Could be.
No, they're not calling
I
you
was
it
not
better.
there with like not a great kicker.
Nobody's calling you it better because they're all fucking scared of the flush draw. They're all scared of the flush draw. Nobody's calling you it better. They're all, in general, now, obviously, on the margins, yes, there's somebody slow playing it straight 1 in a million times. There's somebody slow playing something in 1 in a million times, but like, in general, they're not calling you it worse. They're not calling it better. They're all worse. So if the turn comes nothing, why not just pile it in?
I'll go broke in a fucking unraised pot, and I have pretty much a dog shit hand, four-handed.
You don't have a dog shit hand against the way that they're playing. You have a dog shit hand against in a vacuum, but you don't have a dog shit hand against the way that they're playing. They should all be fucking scared shitless of the flush in a multi-way pot. Boo-hoo-hoo. Bigger straight in a multi-way pot. Boo-hoo-hoo. Overcards in a multi-way pot. Boo-hoo-hoo. Fish are always scared. Have you ever, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a pond with some fish in it?
Sure.
And then you stick your hand in. What did the fish do?
They run away.
Yeah, they run away. They're scared. They're scared shitless. Fish are scared. Fish are scared. They're always scared. That's why they're fucking fish. They're fucking scared. They're scared fucking fish. If they had a hand, they would have already told you they had a hand with their betting. And if one of them is smart enough or dumb enough, really, actually dumb enough, to slow play a big hand in a four-way pot, which is literally fucking retarded because they will get called too, just the same way you get called. If one of them is dumb enough, then you just give them your fucking money and rebuy. This is like a chance for you. Like, listen to me. When you watch super elite players play against fish, the one thing that super elite players, that happens in games where super elite players play against fish is the super elite player will always win at some point in their session a 400 big blind pot with a hand that you can't even fucking imagine. That you can't even fucking imagine that they won a 400 big blind pot with it. And if you go back through the hand, the only reason they won a 400 big blind pot with that hand is because they never fucking stopped smashing weakness. They just smash weakness, smash weakness, smash weakness. They just don't fucking care because they're rich and baller. The other people are poor and stupid. You have to play like a fucking rich, smart man, not a poor, stupid man. Okay? So, number one, you probably should have just smash led this turn. Okay? That's number one. Number two, now that it's went the way it is, just check raise.
Check raise the dry side pot. And a limped pot.
Yes.
With a shit one pair.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because it's not dry. There's two open hands left. Get them out and play against this guy heads up for all the money. It's not a dry side pot. There is no fucking side pot. Force the other two players out. Have them fold all of their equity. They fold 100% of their equity. You play against the one dipshit all-in guy who would go all in with fucking any two cards at this point because he only has $40 left into a $100 pot.
It's above the rim. I'm down here on the floor.
Yeah.
Ground level.
Yes, I am so fucking far above the rim. I'm fucking Michael Jordan, and you are a kid with Down syndrome who is invited to the game as a Make-A-Wish. Okay, what happens next?
It goes 40, drunk Asian guy calls 40, and I tank my nuts off, and one guy gets mad and calls the fucking clock on me, and I release my hand.
Oh, you're literally the worst poker player who's ever fucking
Let a man-
lived. Why? Why?
They didn't have what it takes to put 20 big blinds in
What?
and a lip pot out of position multi-way with a shitty one pair hand.
I would have
Don't
made
have what it
you. How much money would I have made you?
Whatever the pot was.
Yeah, I would have made you all the fucking money. I would have made you all the fucking money. I would have made you all the fucking money. That's the one in South Patagonia. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Trooper. Thank you, Lilliputian Pterodactyl. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. I don't fucking know what everybody's fucking name is. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Grimstar. Thank you, Grimstar. Grimstar, you have to listen to me. In Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, I lived in the pouring sun. Oh yeah. The West is the best. The West is the best. I met a man, he was a good man, selling his show, yeah, the man, begging the for him, oh yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please tune in next week to Pokersesh. You can call in with your hand histories if you want. You can call in with your hand histories like Grimstar does. Any amount of money that you are going to pay a coach, I will give you that same advice for free. So whatever you are going to pay a coach, I will give it to you for free. Because you want to know something about these coaches? They all stole it from me. They fucking stole it from me. I feel like Trooper right now. I've been giving away this free information forever, and they all stole it from me. The only difference between me and Trooper is that I'm a multi-millionaire. That's the only difference. There's no other difference. All right, guys. See y'all next week. Bye.